take this chisel and come up like this. Boy, he is really coming out with a big nose, isn't he? I'm going to take, where's my other number 9? Get my number 9 out. That's better. 9's is best, it's just I didn't have a 9 big enough to get started on the nostril. Bearing down because I'm sure that the table is rocking pretty spectacularly. Where's that 5 again? I need to make this a little... I think we got too much on this end. That's a little better. Now, sorry if I'm going a little fast. I mean, I like to get this video in, in one small session. This would probably, if I taught this, it'd probably take a day. Okay, now I'm going to take the chisel and I'm going to go this way, like this, up, this up. Take this and go down with it. And then where's my bigger chisel? I come like, oops, like this, this, starting to shape like a nose. We have a much larger number 9, but just want to clean this up a little bit. But what's going to happen is as I'm working with the face, that nose will come out a lot better. I'm going to get the eye in just a little bit while I got the tool in my hand. This is back to my number 9. This number 9 here. And now I'm going to go off the front and start going on the side a little bit here. Be careful with the cheek. Careful not running into the camera so I don't rock it. We're just getting it started and cleaned up. Okay. Now I'm going to start in on the nose, or this smiley line, or whatever you call that, the cheek. We're going to work on that next. Let's put Mr. Sun away. We don't want him to cast too many shadows here. Pencil. It's going to come right along. Take the knife. We're going to draw again, like we did at the nose. We're going to go into the mouth or away from the cheek. Carve about this much. Carve around the nose. And then cut that out of there. This is a shape that's difficult to hang on to. Yeah, I think I like him having a bigger nose. This is an interesting challenge. This is different from the other two that I made. Let's see how it'll come out. be prying with your knife. Okay, we're just putting this in. All this will get shaped, more and more shaped as we get the mouth in, because I want to know where the mouth goes. Once we get the mouth in, that's like the last really major thing we have to worry about here, carving away from the cheek. And then around the nose. And then the final third part for the chip. No prying. Okay, we're getting her started here. Let's get everything out of the way now. Chips on the floor. Come in a little closer. Let me turn this just a little bit towards me. Bring the light in a little bit. Sorry that I keep interrupting. Now we want to kind of shape the mouth, the outside of the mouth just a little bit. Don't get into any 45-degree angles, just enough to kind of get it started here. And you kind of notice sometimes I carve towards myself. I mean, not unless you're really used to the knife. When I carve, towards myself. I have this knife, or this thumb holding my knife. So if it does slip, it's going to hit the thumb. Start kind of barrel this off a little bit here, like a barrel. Okay, now, is that how I want the mouth? Now that everything, I think I might want to bring it down a little more. Kind of this, just thinking about that. When you yawn, you got that bottom lip kind of comes down a little bit. Get lippy there. All right, I'm going to get into the mouth here. Now we're going to carve into the mouth, away from the lips. And we're going to go around carefully. Kind of drawing on that just a little bit. Careful about sliding. I know I'm going to slide here. Okay, then I'll come back the other direction and start taking some pieces out. You can use a chisel if you feel more comfortable. A chisel at what we're doing here. V-tool, yeah, you could if you want. The thing I don't like about V-tool, even though it's easier, it is too mechanical. It leaves a more mechanical look to it instead of a, more I don't want to say more natural look. Okay, now the mouth, as we get deeper, the mouth is going to widen a little more. We're just kind of getting started here. Yeah, it'll get a little more wider as we go. I want to bring it down to about maybe 1/4 of an inch, because then that's when the teeth will start. Now this is kind of ugly here. That's kind of really bad. Okay, so we're just going to get started and we'll clean it up later. I know it looks kind of hacky when I first start, but I like to get the gist of what is going on and keep it rolling. And clean it up later. That's when I like to put the visor on. Should all have a visor and clean up your carvings. That's probably one of the most important parts of carving, is having it nice and clean when you're done. before we put the teeth in, I want to form the rest of the lip to make sure we got what we want. So if we have to make any more adjustments, we certainly can. Form the lip. I'm going to do some, so you could probably, you know, it'd probably be best if we did, after I get this started here, to use the chisel. I like to turn the knife, nice sharp knife, and you turn it, makes that round, beveled look, concave look. I'm going to use as much of this as I can here. And that's the other reason why I like using my thumb method, because it's kind of hard to get in there this way. And of course it's hard to get in there from down here. Well, I could, but oh, it'd be uncomfortable. I could easily slip. Yeah, let's get the chisel out. And start shaping all of this. Because I want the mouth to come farther down. Not up to the hole, just for right now. Yeah, the mouth is going to be the most difficult part on this. Now here comes the fun part. Get the camera away from the table so the camera doesn't wiggle as much and metal on the tripod. I'll do that next time. Now you can see the difference between these two, how the mouth comes in, where here we're not going in yet. So let's take a pencil first, that even though this lip comes up here, the center of the mouth is still going to be here. So now I want to kind of commit to a 90-degree on there. Then we can always shape it. Because when you kind of commit to something like that, then you're not going to forget it. And then, when you do that, then you can kind of come in a little bit like this. So now you're using a little more, now you're using, put a dent this way, then you're going to put a dent in this way. Same with over here. Let's pull that out again. Take that chip out of there. That's one of the things I tell people if they're getting started with wood carving, taking some classes, but take a chip carving class. Then you start seeing things in chips. Yeah, so far this is coming out pretty good because I think I got a bigger mouth and then we got a bigger nose. Let's just clean this a little bit. It just looks ugly.